Well, hello there, Gemini. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are doing your July general tarot reading. We'll take a look first at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path over the next month and advice from Spirit. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's take a look at what you have on the horizon. So your animal spirit card, wombat spirit, be at home. A narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. You know, this is the energy. I don't think this is the energy for July. This seems more like the energy of where you have been, where you might be at this time. It could be that you have, with the wombat spirit, just really spending a lot of time at home, perhaps working on your home, being focused on family, being focused perhaps on projects around the house, finding a home, anything that kind of like has to do with home. It could even be your physical vessel, concentrating more on taking better care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. And it's almost like with this narrow pathway, I feel like, a lot of times this can mean that we feel like there's not a lot of new opportunities coming on our path. And you could be relating to that. But there's also an energy here of being the Queen of Swords, stepping into your air energy, being the Queen of Swords, and allowing yourself to take your sword and cut out any distractions that take you away from who and what you are wanting to step into. So, with the wombat spirit, be at home. It's about being at home with yourself, okay? So it can be your physical body, it can be your physical environment, but there's also this sense of coming back home to you. And part of being able to do that is to cut out other distractions, people and situations that you put time and energy, love, and resources into, but are not helping you to really kind of be who it is that you want to be. Go in the direction that you really and truly want to go in. So let's go to the tarot. Let's get some more details. This is actually a very pivotal time because in July we have the North Node moving into Aries, and there's this energy of really kind of getting really focused. It's focused, but it's more so than that. It's a sense of determination behind your focus. Sometimes we can get focused on something that really isn't in alignment with who we are or where we want to go. It just feels kind of like, oh, this is I can put my focus on this. Have you, like you could be focusing on watching television or streaming movies or something like that. Or you could be really focused on, spending a lot of time on things that are taking you away from what it is that you want to concentrate on. So this is a change in that. It's about not only focusing, okay, because we all can sometimes be, oh yeah, I want to focus, but it's also putting a little bit of determination behind that focus and making sure that your focus is in alignment with where you want to go. It is that energy, and that's been coming out in the readings a little bit about wanting to look at this, new beginnings popping out, and I'm taking it. I feel like there's this energy of wanting to be the Empress, right? Or the Emperor. There's almost an energy of wanting to be an Empress or Emperor, but at the same time, not being focused, not literally putting yourself in the energy of an Emperor or Empress. Asking yourself, what does the Emperor or the Empress do on a daily basis to be the Emperor or the Empress, right? And then kind of like asking yourself, okay, you could be really focused on something, but is what you're focused on the same thing that the Emperor or the Empress would be focused on? Yeah, it's kind of interesting because, I have a really good friend, and she's not a Gemini, but I have a really good friend, and she can be highly focused on cleaning. Okay, it's just kind of her thing. She can be highly focused on cleaning, and she has this cleaning schedule. On Monday she cleans this room, Tuesday this room, and her house is beautiful. I mean, she puts a lot of time and energy into making it that way, but it's a little bit of, okay, she's super focused. I would say she's a super focused person, but sometimes it's about, well, is all that time and energy that she spends on cleaning and organizing her house and keeping it looking that way, right? And I'm not criticizing, because some people really enjoy that, but it's also this energy, is that getting you where you want to go? Is that putting you in that Emperor, the Empress energy? It is also about delegating a little bit, understanding, taking some things off of your plate that are using your time, energy, love, and resources that you may feel a little bit like, well, that's something I should do, right? Like cleaning your house. Maybe that's something you feel like you should do. But perhaps is that something that you could delegate, like you do part of it, but other people in your household do part of it, or you hire some of it out, right? So that you have the time and energy to focus on what it is that you really and truly want. And I'm going to say you have kindred partnership and you have transformation underneath. It's almost as if I feel like you have somebody that wants to come in, and it could be romantic, but it could be a business partner, a spiritual partner. It could be just a deep friend, right? A connection that is near and dear to your heart, that you are in alignment with. This is a little bit of the Hermit energy. Understanding you may feel like you're alone, wanting other people that are in alignment with who you are and who you want to become, that help you on that path. You could have been putting a lot of time and energy into relationships that just don't get you. And you're understanding, well, why am I doing this? You may have to pull back your energy. You have to transform who you are allowing to accept your time, your energy, your love, your resources. I think that came out in your reading like last week or so about, kind of feeling invisible, feeling like you're not connected to anybody. And so many of you commented about that, So it's this energy of, yes, I don't feel connected to anybody. I want to do something about this. So it's understanding, where are you putting your time and energy? Are you putting your time and energy to be in places, in opportunities and situations that will put you in alignment with people that are also on a same path? Or are you spending your time, and it's not like all of your time has to be spent trying to come in alignment with, a certain person or a community of people, right? I mean, you can't do that either. That's like going to the opposite end. It's about finding that balance. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Because I feel like for some of you, you may feel like there is no hope to have love in your life. There's no hope to have love because right now at this time, you may feel very alone, like nobody gets me. So how could I ever hope that I'm going to meet somebody that will get me? That will be in alignment with who I truly want to become, who I'm working towards being, because we're all on a path of personal growth, right? Or if you're watching this channel, you are. So it's coming in alignment with that special person. Yeah. I think you're really, I don't think it's maybe just one person. I think for some of you, there is this energy of wanting to find that one special person. But I also have this energy, the Three of Cups, wanting to come together with a group of people that understand who you are like-minded, are supportive of what you are trying to accomplish in your life, right? That aren't going to distract you from what you're trying to do, right? Instead, they support you. Ask yourself, all the relationships that you have in your life, right? Are they distracting you from who you want to become, or are they supporting you? Because I think you're looking for people that are supportive. It's this new beginning. I want people in my life that that celebrate me and that I celebrate them. That we celebrate each other, we support each other. And when I say like-minded, it doesn't mean that they have to think exactly the same way you do, right? Because you have ascended, you have this new spiritual awareness. You are awakened. So you realize people aren't necessarily going to think exactly like you do. And that's okay. What you're looking for is somebody that just supports you, doesn't distract you from what it is that you want. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, you're just looking at a particular situation or a relationship and just thinking, my goodness, if I could just pull back some of this energy and put it into finding this other soul tribe or this group of people that understand me, that are supportive of my goals and my dreams. Yeah, because believe in the impossible. I think there is this energy of truly believing that you can have what you want, that you can find this community. For some of you, it could be that you've either left like a soul tribe, so that could be your family or the community that you grew up in, a set of friends, because you just felt disconnected. So for some of you, you could have been literally feeling very single and alone for some time. For others of you, you could be with people, but you're feeling detached from them, right? You may spend time with them, but it's kind of like it's really because there's this sense of not being able to find other people that truly get you. And that is what you are on the hunt for. I really feel like that's what you're putting time and energy into. Yeah, Hierophant, what do you believe in? I feel like you almost feel a little bit tested. Oh, Gemini. Yeah, I feel like, here you are. You're the Hierophant. The Hierophant is looking for long-term committed relationships that are based on the same type of core values that you have. And, for some of you, you could have been in third-party situations or been dealing with people that just aren't in alignment with your core values, So it's this energy of holding back because you're just feeling like, yeah, I'm not going to meet that person. You could have stepped onto your spiritual path and then felt like, yeah, this is just a lonely path. I'm never going to meet a true love partner. I'm never going to meet this group of people. So you're kind of holding back. You're feeling a little bit left out. You're feeling left out. And that's really hard because, we kind of live in a society where I think things are changing, but it's almost like you're supposed to have somebody else, right? It's kind of like you look at all the movies and everything. It's about finding love, finding that other person. And yet at the same time, I feel like you may have been in relationships before, but those relationships weren't in alignment with your core values. Asking yourself what is really important to you in a relationship. And I think that has changed drastically, probably since Pluto went into Capricorn in 2008, and now it's moved into Aquarius back in March. It's wobbling back and forth, but we're having this transitional period, seeing that you don't have to be with the type of person that you thought maybe back in 2008 you need to be with, or that your family thought you needed to be with, or society, or your religion, or your community. Understanding, wait a minute, there's something that I want that's different in my relationships. So, one of the messages I'm getting, Gemini, is that if you have been alone for some time, single, and perhaps not maybe completely alone, right? But it's kind of like feeling like nobody's in alignment with you. I think one of the things is that you needed this period by yourself to become really confident in your own core values, what it is that you value, where it is that you want to go. So let's take a look at what your obstacle is at this time. Yeah, bring love into the situation. Ace of Swords and family. Once again, this sense of, soul tribe, family members, people that understand you, people that get you, seeing this for what it truly is. And it doesn't mean that you're saying goodbye forever to these people, okay? Sometimes we can get caught up in thinking, oh, if we pull back our energy, that means we're walking away and we're never going to talk to them, or we only talk to them on Thanksgiving or something like that, right? There is this energy of understanding that you can allow yourself to disconnect to the family part, because you have the Three of Swords underneath. I think your family has disappointed you. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I just got like a pain in my heart chakra. I think your family has disappointed you. The people that you wanted to support you the most just haven't been there for you. And so it's kind of like, okay, where am I going with this? How does that come back to what my core values are? Perhaps you have a core value of wanting to have family, but your family has disappointed you in one way or another, made you feel like you're not enough. You can't be part of the group, that you're the black sheep of the family, just kind of understanding that is the road that you have been on, but you're at this point where you're understanding, right? That you can't try to change those people. I think you have been trying to change those people's mindset about you for some time. It's about stepping into who you truly are, recognizing what is really important to you, and allowing yourself to detach from perhaps what you grew up thinking family was supposed to be like, or what society may tell us what it is supposed to be like. Do you have to be blood relatives of your soul tribe? No, right? Your soul tribe are people that are in alignment, are going in the same direction, have similar core values to how you feel, how you think, how you want to act in the world. The goals and the dreams that you are putting out there. It doesn't mean that they have to be exactly the same, right? But it means that they're in the same alignment. They're very supportive of what you are trying to do. Doesn't mean they're doing it for you, right? It just means that they're supportive. They don't distract you from the work that you want to do, the experiences that you want to have, the relationships that you want to be in. They're supportive. Yeah, because it is about taking a look at this. The Ace of Swords is having that moment of truth with yourself, holding up this key, right? The key is unlocking the knowledge of what it is to be in a soul tribe. And I feel like you're really sad about this, because it's sad because you feel as if the people that you would like the most to cherish you, to see you for who you are the exact ones, right, that are never going to see your love and light, are never going to cherish you. So there's also this sadness that you have spent so much of your life trying to convince them, right, that you were authentic, that you had love and light, that your values, what you want to do, your purpose in life has value to it. Your gifts and talents, your spiritual gifts and talents, your creative abilities, that they have value. Understanding that the people that you may have grown up with and have, this is kind of a toxic energy, understanding that those people, you're never going to change their mind. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So you have the Death card, Scorpio energy of transformation, of moving from one mindset to another. Something has to end. One mindset about family and soul tribes, connections that are important to you, that are based on what your core values are, that you are in alignment with your core values, right? If you're somebody that is extremely ethical, right? And you walk your talk, right? They match, because that is integrity. When you walk your talk, when what you say and what you do are in complete alignment, they match, okay? And when, for instance, when they don't match, you stand up, you take accountability for having a misstep. I feel like you've been around people that perhaps didn't walk their talk, and it really kind of like, I think you may have kept trying to change their mind, either about you or about how to be in the world, or trying to help them to open their mind. Okay, these people, whoever this is, they weren't going to change their mind. They had to have their own spiritual awakening. For some of you, you may have spent some time trying to convince people, whether through your actions or your communication, trying to change them to see your way of seeing. Because you really and truly, you did it because you really and truly wanted these people to be part of your life, to understand who you are and why it's so important to you. Yeah, and when you understand, I have to change the mindset. I can't make these people happy, right? I can't change their mind. I'm spinning my wheels here. I'm spending so much time and energy. And then I feel like there's almost like this moment of truth, because you have the ace of swords again. Your moment of truth where you recognize, I'm wasting my time. I have to get going. I have to start moving. I have to start sharing my love and light to others. Yeah, it's beautiful because, you have the transformation card underneath too. A huge transformation. We have the full moon in Capricorn coming up. We have, the North Node changing, transiting into Aries. We have a lot of optimism. It's kind of like changing the direction of who you are trying to share your story, your love, your light, your gifts, your talents, your creativity, your creative abilities with. It's almost like you have been, I don't know, trying to sell sand to somebody that lives at the beach. You're not going to, you just can't convince this person or these people. They have their own mindset. So let's go to your advice. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, conclusions are within reach and happy success. And the Ace of Wands. I think when you step into your own truth of understanding, okay, I have to plan. I have to have the courage. Some of you are actually moving. I think some of you are actually moving. Understanding, okay, one way I can spend less time and energy with these people is to move somewhere else. It could be a family that just kind of like is constantly needing you, or it could be a parent or a child or something like that. Somebody that's constantly needing you and you're having trouble saying no. So some of you might actually be moving. Some of you are moving to be closer to people that are better in alignment with who you are and what you want to learn and what you want to experience. The community where you live may not be at all in alignment with who you are and what you want to do. You may be, this isn't working. I have to go in a new direction. And this is really a new beginning for you. Wow. Because you have the aces too, coming out, making plans, having the courage to say, you know what, I have to do something different. I have to transform something here in my life. And having the courage to do it, to go from the 5 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. It kind of reminds me of a little bit, the scenario they're giving me is, have you ever gone shopping? Okay. And maybe I'm not a big shopper. So when I have to buy something, like when my daughter got married and I have to buy a dress for the wedding, right? It is very stressful for me. And so it's kind of like that energy. Have you ever gone shopping for an outfit? Okay. And you go shopping and you put on something and you feel awful in it. You look in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh, that is not me. And other people might be like, oh, that looks great on you. I love that color, blah, blah, blah. And you're just kind of like, no, I can't wait to get this thing off, right? And then you put a dress on or an outfit on that all of a sudden you feel like $1,000,000, right? It's that energy of understanding. And it's not about necessarily the clothes you are wearing. Some of you might want to step into a makeover, right? It's not about the clothes that you are wearing. It's about the energy of the environment that you are in. If you are wearing something that makes you feel very confident, okay, you hold yourself differently. You show up differently. You have a much higher vibration to who you are. And I feel like it's a little bit like that, understanding that perhaps for some of you, when you remove yourself from people that aren't in alignment with you and actually maybe travel or go visit or move, okay, to a different location, it's not necessarily that you are doing that much changing. It's the environment that you're in that suddenly takes you from the 5 of Cups to the 10 of Cups, because you're not having to push so much, show up so much with this positive energy, but then being brought down by this negative energy in the environment that you're in. That's really kind of an interesting kind of twist to it, right? Have you ever gone on vacation somewhere where, the vibe of the place that you went to, just, it could be a very peaceful place, but it just changes your vibration. I feel like for some of you, you're understanding, perhaps where the environment of where you work is like really dragging you down. And it's kind of like, I have to make a shift. I have to move, all right? With the travel card, I have to move to another job. Maybe even to another city, but I have to remove myself from this environment. Yeah. So let's see what we have here. Wow, same cards over and over again. Yeah. The 5 of Cups, understanding you're at the 5s. And it's so hard when we're at the 5s. We know we have to make a change, but it is about stepping into being inspired to make those changes, to step into the spiritual. The King of Wands is a spiritual teacher, a spiritual leader. Understanding that you have to step into that energy. And part of it is that the people around you are just dragging you down. Yeah, because with the Hanged Man, it is about a little bit about surrendering to the journey. It's seeing this in a different perspective. You're putting a lot of time and energy into something, into people or situations that don't see your light. And it is about recognizing, looking in the mirror and seeing the light within you. And then it's almost like also recognizing I have to allow my light to feel cherished and loved. And for some of you, that is actually moving. Or moving into a new job, a new career, a new city, something, making some type of change. And it's not, I feel like it's not just your mindset. I think for some of you, this is, expect powerful change. I think for some of you, you're just kind of like, yes, I see now what is holding me back. I see where the negative energy is. I understand that when I remove myself from the energy vampires, your energy lifts. Have you ever noticed that? Yeah. When you're around energy vampires, you just feel so depleted, right? And then, you go home and you have time to relax and release some of that negative energy. And then you feel like yourself again, right? Yeah, just kind of like pulling back your energy. Wow. Really interesting. Okay, so Let's pull a soul truth card for you and to give some final advice. And Gemini, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. What do I resist feeling right now? I think the truth is, this truth is really stepping into that energy of truly understanding that it is really up to you about who you spend time and energy with, who you are allowing to zap your energy. And we all can say, well, I can't leave this situation. But then you're also having to recognize that you're allowing yourself to stay in that situation. And I'm not saying you can leave it right away, right? There is this energy of planning and taking action. There is an energy of, how am I going to change this situation? I'm at the 5 of Cups. That's a difficult energy, right? The 5 of Cups is a difficult energy. How am I going to get to my 10 of Cups? What changes do I need to make? And I think you're getting really crystal clear. Almost just kind of like, yeah, I have to make these changes. I have to go in this direction. I have to start eliminating some of the habits, the mindsets, the people, the situations that are depleting me of my energy and not helping me to get where it is that I want to go. Because you have people that want to be with you. You definitely do, Gemini. It's time to seek those people out, you know? All right, we have to feel it to heal it. In order to let go of pain, we first have to honor its existence. Once again, I think that the biggest pain here, perhaps, is understanding that how you have been feeling about the people that are surrounding you at this time, that there's a lot of pain in the fact that they don't see you, that you may feel invisible, that they don't understand, your core values, what's important to you, your spiritual path, your spirituality. You understand that this is really painful when people don't, I have some people in my life that don't really get what I do here, okay? But they're like okay with it, But then I have other people that really, kind of make a joke about it, right? And it's painful. It really is painful. And I have allowed myself to step away from them. It doesn't mean, if I see them on the street, I don't say hi or something, but I choose not to spend a lot of time with them because it is painful. When we step onto the spiritual path, a lot of times we do feel a little bit alone until we find our new soul tribe, until we find those people that see a life the same way that we do. So emotions are like waves. Some are soft, some are fierce, some are layered, and some will sweep you off your feet. When we allow ourselves to feel it all, we can then release what no longer serves us. And I think that there is a little bit about allowing these emotions, the painful emotions, because you have the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, allowing the painful emotions of what has transpired here, of how you feel being invisible, how you feel not being cherished for your spiritual gifts or your sense of being a spiritual leader or teacher for others, of stepping onto your path, of feeling like maybe you have to hide it or hide part of yourself, right? That's difficult. That is really hard when you feel like you can't show up as who you truly are. And it's allowing yourself to work through those feelings, but then it's also saying, okay, what am I doing about this? You're not going to be able to change these people. You know that, right? But sometimes we just keep holding out hope that they're going to change, that they're going to awaken, that they're going to understand. Meantime, you have work to do, Gemini. The truth is that it is time for you to step onto your path. You are the Hierophant. You are the wise one. You are the one that can help to heal others by sharing your story, your gifts of love and light, of your spiritual gifts, your creative ability, your talents. Sharing your healing energy with others helps you to attract in those people that are also going to see you for who you are. You no longer will be invisible. You are going to be seen. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful message there. All right, well, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I do wish you so much love and light in this situation. Please be kind and gentle with yourself as you're going through this transformation. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.